Hey yo, it's your boy D5D's here, man. And you tapped in with the youngest in charge right now. Passive income with KJ. Doing it big. D5.
X and drip. All a nigga need is some X and drip. Focus for the day, I'll be bumping drip. When I get post chain, I'ma stick that shit. X and drip. X and drip. All a nigga need is some X and drip. Focus for the day, I'll be bumping drip. When I get post chain, I'ma stick that shit. 555, feel like Richard Hart. Folks got a nigga eating off the main phone. In the pen with some pigs, in the pools with dogs. And I just got a call from the R2R.
Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back with another video. I was going through, Coinbase, and I saw this little article that kind of breaks down what I was talking about in my last video, blockchain, a little bit further. So we're just gonna read through this this article, and it's basically just gonna give you the basics, how to use blockchain and how important blockchain is, not just for cryptocurrency, but for other applications and uses. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, what is a blockchain? Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are powered by a technology called the blockchain. At its most basic, a blockchain is a list of transactions that anyone can view and verify. The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, contains a record of every time someone sent or received Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology that powers them make it possible to transfer value online without the need for a middleman like a bank or credit card company. Almost imagine a global open alternative to every financial service you use today, accessible with little more than a smartphone and internet connection. Almost all cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, are secured via blockchain networks, which means that accuracy is constantly being verified by a huge amount of computing power. The list of transactions contained in the blockchain is fundamental for most cryptocurrencies because it enables secure payments to be made between people who don't know each other without having to go through a third-party verifier like a bank. Due to the cryptographic nature of these networks, payments via blockchain can be more secure than standard debit/credit card transactions. When making a Bitcoin payment, for instance, you don't need to provide any sensitive information. That means there's almost zero risk of your financial information being compromised or your identity being stolen. And then right here, over $7 trillion worth of Bitcoin has been transferred since 2009. Wow. Blockchain technology is also exciting because it has many uses beyond cryptocurrency. Blockchains are being used to explore medical research, improve the accuracy of healthcare records, streamline supply chains, and so much more. And you see, this is what it's talking about right here. Making sure like everything is way more secure, because the information on the blockchain is usually unchangeable unless somebody writes into the code of that blockchain that it can be changed. Other than that, blockchains are unchangeable. Once it's there, like once it's on the blockchain, it's there, timestamped, everything. It's not going nowhere. It can't be changed. None of that. What are the advantages of blockchain? They're global, which means that cryptocurrency can be sent across the planet quickly and cheaply. They increase privacy. Cryptocurrency payments don't require you to include your personal information, which protects you from being hacked or having your identity stolen. They're open because every single transaction on cryptocurrency networks is published publicly in the form of the blockchain. Anyone can scrutinize them. That leaves no room for manipulation of transactions, changing the money supply, or adjusting the rules mid-game. The software that constitutes the core of these currencies is free and open source, so anyone can review the code. Key questions. What's the main advantage blockchains have over the old financial system? Think about how much of your financial life takes place online, from shopping to investing, and how every single one of those transactions requires a bank or credit card company or payment processor like PayPal in the middle of it. Blockchain allows for those transactions to happen without a middleman and without the added cost and complexity that comes with them. Is Bitcoin a blockchain? Bitcoin is a form of digital money and the underlying technology that makes it possible for blockchain. And the underlying technology that makes it possible is a blockchain. How many kinds of blockchains are there? Thousands. From the ones that power Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tezos, and countless other digital currencies, to an increasing number that we have that have nothing to do with digital money. So yeah, like I said, sometimes they're looking into technology, and I've even seen that with Chainlink. I think Chainlink is the main one, but they're using it as like an information system, and a couple projects that there's a couple projects that I know that are utilizing Chainlink right now to send and receive information securely. How does a blockchain work? Picture a chain you might use for a ship's anchor, but in this case, every link on the chain is a chunk of information that contains transaction data. At the top of the chain, you see what happened today, and as you move down the chain, you see older transactions. And if you follow it all the way down to the anchor sitting at the bottom of the harbor, you'll have seen every single transaction in the history of that cryptocurrency, which gives the blockchain powerful security advantages. It's an open, transparent record of cryptocurrency's entire history. If anyone tries to manipulate a transaction, it will cause the link to break, and the entire network will see what happened. That, in a nutshell, is blockchain explained. Another way people often describe blockchain is that it's a ledger. Sometimes you'll hear the term distributed ledger or immutable ledger that is similar to the balance sheet of a bank. Like a bank's ledger, the blockchain tracks all money flowing into, out of, and through the network. But unlike a bank's books, a crypto blockchain isn't maintained by any individual or organization, including banks and government. In fact, it isn't centralized at all. Instead, it is secured by a large peer-to-peer network of computers running open source software. The network is constantly checking and securing the accuracy of the blockchain. Where does new cryptocurrency come from? Every so often, around 10 minutes in the case of Bitcoin, a new chunk of transaction information or a new block is added to the chain of existing information. In exchange for contributing their computing power to maintaining the blockchain, the network rewards participants with a small amount of digital currency. That's basically what miners are. They give up their computers' power, like processing power, to compute transactions, and in reward they receive small amounts of crypto, like they just said. And that's why all those mining farms used to be really popular in the early 2010s and stuff, and why the GPU, we had a GPU shortage for a couple years, because Bitcoin miners were buying up all the GPUs to mine Bitcoin. A crypto blockchain is distributed across the digital currency's entire network. No company, country, or third party is in control of it, and anyone can participate. How do you send and receive money over a blockchain? The cryptocurrency network assigns each user a unique address, which is made up of a private key and a public key. Anyone can send you money via your public key, which is akin to an email address. When you want to spend your money, you use your private key, which is basically your password, to digitally sign transactions. The easiest way to manage your cryptocurrency is via a software called a wallet, which you can get via an exchange like Coinbase. Coinbase has a wallet, but it's basically like big cap coins and stuff. It's not really a free wallet. Well, it is free, but what I'm trying to say is it's not a wallet where you can just store whatever cryptocurrencies you want. Like Ethereum, you could store whatever crypto, depending on the blockchain you have on not Ethereum, MetaMask, sorry. Like MetaMask, how you could have whatever cryptocurrencies you want on MetaMask. It all depends on the blockchain you have added to your MetaMask, and whatever blockchain you have, and whatever wallet that you're signed into. Because basically, things like Coinbase, you don't have a private key. Okay? You don't manage your funds, because Coinbase is centralized. Coinbase manages your funds. Something like MetaMask is decentralized, where you have full control over your funds. If you're using a centralized exchange like Coinbase, Gemini, KuCoin, Binance, all those, they're not decentralized. Those are centralized exchanges, and they have control over your money. Now that's why I'm saying, like, move over to like MetaMask, Ratty, SafePal, all those. You know what I'm saying? Those are decentralized wallets where you control your funds. Who invented the blockchain? A person or group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper online explaining the principles behind a new kind of digital money called Bitcoin in late 2008. And then once they published, because, all right, so look, basically cryptocurrency as a whole began in the 90s, right? But it wasn't called cryptocurrency at the time. They were basically looking for a way, because obviously in that time, this is like when the dot-com era, and the internet was rising, and it's still a new technology. It was evolving, but they were trying to create a digital currency that could go along with this new internet age. But they had a problem that they couldn't solve for a long time. Almost 20 years they couldn't figure out this problem. But the problem was that transactions couldn't process in a fast enough time. Like, the transactions wouldn't process fast enough, so people were double spending money. So before the transactions could process, they would go and use that money to buy something else, while already having used it to buy something. But before it could be sent out to pay for that item, they would use that same money to go purchase something else. And so that was an issue that they had a hard time trying to overcome. Every cryptocurrency since is the evolution of the ideas laid out in that paper. Nakamoto's goal was to create digital money that would make online transactions between two strangers anywhere in the world possible without requiring a third party like a credit card company or a payment processor like PayPal in the middle. This requires a system that would eliminate a thorny issue called the double spending problem. Where a person might use the same money more than once. The solution is a network that is constantly verifying the movement of Bitcoin. That network is the blockchain. So you see, blockchain was the solution to that problem. Every Bitcoin transaction is stored and verified by a global network of computers beyond the control of any person, company, or country. The database that holds all of that information is called the blockchain. Bitcoins are mined via that huge decentralized, also known as peer-to-peer network of computers, which are also constantly verifying and securing the accuracy of the blockchain in exchange for contributing their computing power to the blockchain. Miners are rewarded with small amounts of cryptocurrency. Every single Bitcoin transaction is reflected on the ledger with new information periodically gathered together in a block, which is added to all the blocks that came before. The miners' collective computing power is used to ensure the accuracy of the ever-growing ledger. Bitcoin can exist separately from the blockchain. Each new Bitcoin is recorded on it, as is each subsequent transaction with all existing coins. What is the future of blockchains? The blockchain idea has turned out to be a platform that has a huge range of applications that can be built on top of it. It's still a new and rapidly developing technology, but many experts have described blockchain's potential to change the way we live and work as being similar to the potential public internet protocols like HTML had in the early days of the World Wide Web. The Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin blockchains work in a very similar way to the original Bitcoin blockchain. The Ethereum blockchain is a further evolution of the distributed ledger idea, because unlike the Bitcoin blockchains, it's not solely designed to manage a digital money. That said, Ethereum is a cryptocurrency and certainly can be used to send value to another person. Think of the Ethereum blockchain more like a powerful and highly flexible computing platform that allows coders to easily build all kinds of applications leveraging the blockchain. For example, imagine a charity that wants to send money to 1,000 people every day for a year. With Ethereum, that would only take a few lines of code. Or maybe you're a video game developer that wants to create items like swords and armor that can be traded outside the game itself. Ethereum is designed to do that too. And that's like basically referring to NFTs and blockchain gaming or cryptocurrency gaming. And that's like blockchain gaming is fire. You know what I'm saying? The idea of it is fire, especially with NFT. Okay, so for example, some of you might know of games like Call of Duty, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. And in those games, you could purchase items, items with real currency, not even like in-game assets that don't cost money, but even the games themselves cost currency, like real money. And some things in the game, it's called microtransactions, but some things in the games cost money, but you can't move those over like game to game. Say I got like Modern Warfare 1, and I buy a skin in Modern Warfare 1, and I just bought Modern Warfare 2, right? With blockchain, say it was a blockchain, I would be able to move my skin from Modern Warfare 1 into Modern Warfare 2. Because I own that skin. I own, like, that skin is my asset. I own that asset. It's not something by the game. It's not just another just, how do I explain it? Another useless piece of equipment just for that one game, and then the next game I gotta go and purchase more. That once I buy it, I own it through blockchain. Like, if I buy it through the blockchain, I own it. It's mine. I could do whatever I want with it. I could put it up for sale if I wanted to for $10 million. I could send it to my cousin. I could do whatever I want with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ethereum is designed to do that too. So that's really the article right there. And yeah, that's just the basics of blockchain. Again, going deeper into what I was talking about last video. But I guess that's really gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss another upload. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.